What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? How are you guys doing? My name is Matt LeGrand, and on this channel, we usually talk about, swimming, biking, and running. And in this video, I'm gonna give just like a quick race report from a race that I did this past weekend. And I don't usually give race reports, and that's mostly just because I kind of want to keep this channel focused on kind of educational content, hopefully that would help you guys if you guys are triathletes and you're preparing for your own personal event. And then I also want to try and keep the content of this particular channel somewhat inspirational and fun to watch. But on Sunday, I did my first triathlon of the season, and it was a little bit of a disappointing race. So in this video, I'll just briefly go over my race, and I'll talk a little bit about why I'm disappointed with my race. And then lastly, I'll just go over some quick takeaways looking forward. Okay, so this is a race that I've been doing ever since I started triathlon. The race used to be called the Blue Lake Triathlon, but now they've changed the name and it's now gonna be called the PDX Triathlon at Blue Lake. And it's absolutely a fantastic race. The weather was phenomenal. The event organizers are absolutely fantastic. They always put on a really nice race. The course is beautiful and it's fast and flat, and I highly recommend that you guys check out this race if you're in the greater Portland area. As the name of the race suggests, I swam in Blue Lake, which was absolutely gorgeous, and my swim was pretty uneventful. I felt like I got out to a decent start. I was told that I probably should have pushed the start a little bit harder to make the front pack, but I settled into a decent pace. I was slightly disappointed with my race results time. My watch time showed a little bit faster time, a little bit more in alignment with what I expected to swim. But I swam about 24 minutes for 1,600 meters. Maybe the swim buoys were set up a little bit long, or maybe I just didn't go quite straight enough when I was sighting in the water. And similarly on the bike, I felt like I was off to a pretty good start, really holding steady watts. Really didn't have any major issues on the bike, which is kind of what I think you want on a bike race. Just kind of uneventful, putting down decent wattage. I was able to see a couple of friends on the course, which was super cool. And I really felt like I biked decently. I ended up biking 1 hour and 1 minute. It was about 24 miles an hour. In kilometers, that's probably, just under 40 kilometers an hour. And I was pretty happy with that. I didn't push huge watts, but overall, I'm pretty pleased with that particular time. When I came into the second transition area, I was feeling pretty good. I heard that I was in 7th place overall, and I felt like I transitioned really smoothly onto the run. But going into this race, I was extremely concerned about the run in particular. I've been actually dealing with a fair amount of Achilles and calf issues over the past couple months, and I hadn't really run very much at all in the past 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't start my run extremely fast, but I was able to go a little bit faster each mile. In fact, I think each mile was somewhere between like 5 and 10 seconds faster than the previous mile, all the way throughout the entire 10 kilometers. My 10K split was about 41 minutes. I ended up averaging around 6:45 pace, which I think is decent. And my total time for the Olympic distance was 2 hours and 10 minutes, which isn't that bad. I did go from 7th place to about 13th place in the overall standings of the race, but I'm really not that disappointed with my overall race time. But what I am super disappointed in is how my Achilles felt during the run. Basically, my Achilles was hurting as soon as I started running. It was a pretty sharp pain, and it continued to get worse throughout the entire run. And since I've finished the run, I've been pretty much limping around ever since. And it's really disappointing because I know that I've really actually set myself back as far as my training goes for this particular triathlon season. And I can tell from the pain that I'm probably gonna have to take some significant time off from running just to get this better and healing properly. And it really kind of casts a shadow on my overall attempts for this particular triathlon season. I'm supposed to be about 8 weeks away from Ironman Canada. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be able to do about that at this point. I may have to make some tough choices here in the next couple weeks, but at this point, I'm really just taking things day by day. Okay, so what's the main takeaway? What's the positive spin that we can put on this? And I'm not positive that I have a great answer for that question. I am really disappointed in the way that my Achilles felt on that particular run. I guess it's really important just to keep in mind that this is just a hobby for a lot of us, and that it was super fun to see everyone out there at the race. And it's pretty cool that we can swim in a lake and hammer a bike ride and even hobble through a 10K run. All of these things, you know, I'm super thankful that I'm able to do. I absolutely love doing this sport. I'm definitely going to continue doing it, even if I have to hobble through a couple of races. All right, guys, sorry if this video was a little bit of a downer, but they're normally not like this, I promise. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up that's going to be super fun to talk about. So be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit that notification bell. It just allows you to be notified of whenever I post new videos, which is typically about once a week. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you guys on the next one.